Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the Nomad TCG, and today I got another deck profile for you guys. This deck profile is going to be my Destined One of Time Liael Odium deck profile for Cardfight Vanguard Standard post Omniscient Awakening. So this was introduced in set 5. This is one of the, if it's not in the top 3 of the meta decks right now, but I'd probably say it's number 4 or 5 at least. Because this deck is actually really good. This is not a super expensive deck. This is more of a budget-friendly version. You can run Orions in this deck. You can also run Avarice Wrestler for the search power of the main order card that you're going to have in this deck. But it took me a while to finish this deck. It took me a while to finish Levy Draws 2, but I finally have this deck ready for you guys as more of a, like I said, more of a budget-friendly version of it. So let's go ahead and get started with it. So for the ride deck, we are running the energy generator, obviously, because you can't play Vanguard without an energy generator. We also have the Destined Timepiece, which is not technically part of your ride deck, but I'm keeping it there just so I can find it easier. And we are having a Gear Quetzal of Sweeping Distance. And then we have Steam Maiden Tiglot. Then we have Live Cessation Colossus and Liael Odium, obviously. But Liael Odium this deck is about using regress gauges as a way to activate Liael's divine skill, which is to repeat your turn, actually. So, during your turn, all of your front row rear guards get 5,000 power for each of your Distorted Bane regress gauges. Distorted Bane, I'll actually go over that later, but let's go ahead and do its other effects. When this unit attacks, Soul Blast 1 and choose a card from your rear guard or hand and put it face up as a regress gauge. If you put a card, this unit gets Triple Drive until the end of that turn. Triple Drive, always useful. So you're definitely going to want that. And then it's Divine Skill. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. If you have 5 or more regress gauges, discard 2 cards from hand, and you get an additional turn. During that additional turn, this unit gets Drive -1, and you skip the ride phase and the main phase of that additional turn. That's kind of a given, because if you could just repeat your whole turn, that would be tremendously broken, and no other deck would stand a chance, I think. But yeah, so that is the ride line. Let's get started with the main deck. For the main deck, you're going to be running 3 more copies of Liael Odium, obviously, because you want Persona rides. Why would you not want Persona rides unless you're playing OG Faberdale, in which case you can only have 1 in your deck. So, and then right now we only have 2 Anachronist Dragons. I am working on getting more. I just don't have them yet. So its effect is from the Gauge Zone effect. It actually has 2. So when it's in the Gauge Zone, at the beginning of your battle phase, if this card is put as a regress gauge, Counterblast 1, choose a card from your drop and put it face up as a regress gauge. If you put a card, call this card to rear guard. So, recycling power, get this out onto the field, even if you have it as a regress gauge for, like, I think Distorted Bane or something, or maybe you're activating Tiglot's skill, or not Tiglot's, Cessation Colossus skill to put a card from your hand as a regress gauge and then draw 2 cards. And then when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Liael in its card name, at the end of that battle, this unit gets 5,000 power. If you have 3 or more regress gauges, Energy Blast 2, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. Kind of gives me Gear Chronicle vibes, almost. And then for the last of the grade 3s, we are running 4 copies of Combated Behemoth. And when this card is placed on rear guard or guardian, Energy Blast 2, and this card gains 5,000 shield and 5,000 power until the end of the turn. You can leave these out if you want. If you have either the money or you already have Orions, I would strongly suggest putting those in here instead, But at the filming of this video, Orion's is $16, and right now I don't want to pay that much. So right now I'm just running those instead, and it's also extra shield, which is useful. Moving on to the grade 2s, we are running 3 copies of Almanac Colossus. When this unit is placed on rear guard, if you have a regress gauge, counterblast 1, draw a card, and soul charge 1. And then its effect, continuous effect. If you have 3 or more regress gauges, this unit gains a boost. So an extra 10k boost from the back row, always very useful. You can use that on Liael, you can use it on any of your rear guards, whatever you want. For the last of the grade 2s, we are running 4 copies of Steam Burner Ameditana. When this card is placed on rear guard during your turn or put as a regress gauge during your turn, choose one of your opponents, or choose one of your units, and it gains 5,000 power. So extra 5k to either this or either a boost if you have Almanac Colossus in your back center rear guard circle. You can use that. And like I said earlier, you can have Avarice Wrestler in this spot, but right now we are running 4 copies of Melody of Fiendish Flower Taka. During your turn, once per turn, rest this card, choose a card from your damage zone, and put it into your soul. If you put a card from hand into soul, or from your damage zone into your soul, put the top card of your deck into the damage zone face down, and if you put a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with a different card name from your Vanguard into the soul, you may soul charge 1. So not super useful in Liael, but like I said, put Avarice Wrestler in this spot instead. I would highly recommend that for having the search power to get Distorted Bane into your hand. And so in the place of 2 Anachronist Dragons, we are running 2 copies of Merry Wild Master Avril. When this unit is placed on rear guard, you may soul charge 1. When your other unit is placed on the same column as this unit, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets 5,000 power to the end turn. So just a little extra boost, a little extra 5k boost, so that's a 13k boost card right there. For the last of the grade 1s, we are running 4 copies of Blaze Chimera. When this unit is placed on rear guard, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Liael in its card name, counterblast 1, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 3 or less card from among it, call it to rear guard, shuffle the deck. Use that on whatever card you want, use that on whatever tickles your fancy. Use that on Anachronist Dragon, use it on Ameditana, whatever you want. Or, I guess, if you absolutely have no other choice, use Taka or a trigger unit. For the perfect guards, we are running 4 effect PGs. We are running 3 Repelled Malice, and then 1 Recusal Hate. For the order cards, very sparse on the, or very scarce. Sparse? I don't know. It's one of the 2 words. But we're only running 4 copies, or 4 orders, but we are running 4 copies of Distorted Bane. Play this if you have a Vanguard with Liael in its card name. When this card is put into, or put as a regress gauge, draw a card, choose one of your Vanguards, gains 10,000 power to the end of turn. So boosting up Liael's power with this card and with its own effect to get 5,000 power for each regress gauge you have. So if you have all these, that's a 20k boost, and then the turn you put one in there, it gains another 10,000. So that would be an extra 30,000 on top of your Vanguard when it attacks anyway. And then obviously triggers and boosts are also very useful as well. For the over trigger, we are running a Hades Dragon, Deity of Resentment, Gamalga. Like I've said before, use whatever over trigger you want. You can run Night Sky, Ignition, Aquatics, whichever one you want. I'm choosing Gamalga for its additional effect. During your turn, all of your Vanguard gets 10,000 power and +1 critical until the end of that fight. So pairing that with Liael and regress gauges, 20k. If you have 4 Distorted Banes, actually, that's an extra 20k. And then if you place a Distorted Bane, that's an extra 10k. And then also another 10k coming from Gamalga, and you got yourself a pretty overpowered Vanguard right there. So that's what we're running. For the triggers, we are running 8 Vanilla Crits with Direful Doll Bethany, and Lively Breath Dragon. We are running 3 vanilla fronts. Run, I forget, the Natalia, I think it is, for the extra 5k boost on the front trigger. So run those if you want. I chose Leaping Gear Links just because it kind of fits in with Liael's steampunk Gear Chronicle vibe. And then obviously 4 vanilla heals with Joyful Songstar. I have a certain disdain for, or disdain, whichever one you want to use for effect heal triggers, because they're just very circumstantial and not very useful in most situations. So we're just running vanilla triggers. Run draws if you want. Draws would also be useful. You could run 4 fronts or 4 draws in place of 4 of those crits. Anyways, so that was the deck profile for Liael Odium. I was actually really excited to build this deck because I am a kind of a long-time player of Dark States, even though Stoicheia is now my favorite nation. Dark States still holds a special place in my heart because I played a lot of the Dark Zone cards or clans from the original formats with Dark Irregulars, Pale Moon, Gear Chronicle. Not so much Spike Brothers, but definitely a lot of the other 3. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. I'm going to film a couple more of these before I go to bed so I can have some content for you guys. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching the video, and y'all have a wonderful day.